Hello again. This is the second part of the first episode of the RuneScape Quest-Through. We are going to attempt... Why did I not research the name of this quest before beginning this again? I've forgotten to do that, but... The Blood Pact. That's the name of this quest. I remember now. They mentioned this in this dialogue bit. And, right. I'll tell you who these four people are. The captive is Iolona, a trainee wizard from the Wizard's Tower. Should probably turn Skype off. Yeah, the mage is a dark mage who was training at the Wizard's Tower, and oh my god, the leader, Reese. I think his name's Reese. Yeah, the warrior is a trainee from the church. Both of whom have turned into Zamarakians. Not much is explained about the ranger, Kale, or Kyle. I think it's Kale. Give him by how it's spelled, Kayle. As I think it's his name. Yeah, anyway, you basically rush in there with nothing but your fists, and Xenia gets shot with a tiny little pebble. And I'm thinking about spoiling the ending to this, but I'm not going to. Actually, no, I won't. I'll reveal that towards the end. Basically, I'm just going through the whole dialogue of, oh, she's been hit, she'll still be there in case you need healing. Which, I don't think you'll die during the course of this quest. I mean, it might be possible if you just continuously throw yourself headlong into battles, but, you shouldn't, given the amount of pauses you need, and the fact that it takes time to actually beat this dude to death with your fists. I don't actually kill Kale here, because he didn't seem... Well, given that you people can read the dialogue, I can't through Movie Maker. Yeah, XP Movie Maker at that, but, I choose not to kill this guy, because when I was reading the dialogue, it seemed like he wasn't so certain about being a complete, A, necromancer, and B, Zamarakian necromancer. Or, well, Zamarakian plus necromancer equals Zamarakian necromancer, blah 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 blah. That's enough of that. Anyway, I choose not to kill him. I'm just like, hey, give me your crap, get out. But that's what I do after exploring the dialogue options, which you people can read. Oh, 1 second. Sorry. I'm not completely sick, I'm just a little sick. Just, the whole stuffy nose, cough. It's no biggie. I'm a South Carolinian, I'm only used to heat, not cold, but, I should probably expect that living up near the mountains. Not on the mountains, just close by. I think I've revealed too much about myself, but, you know what, screw it. You people don't know my first and last name. Or my full name in general. Anyway. Well, that's odd. I don't know what that was about. Whoops. Yeah, screwing around in a recording studio. It's not really a studio. I just realized this is 13 minutes. I think this is 13 minutes. Yeah, that's 13 minutes. I remember I'd said something like, oh, well, this is like, at first, 30 minutes, or something like that, in this, but, 11 plus 13, oh god, I can't do basic math. Pull up calculator. 24. Okay, with small amounts of rounding, yeah. Anyway, I didn't kill Kale, I just said, hey, leave your crap here, get out, go, and then he left. And that's going to be the weapon that I stick with for majority of the newbie quests, only because slings are infinite ammo, but can't be used in PvP. So Kale's sling, which is also another sort of like recent update thing, that sling in specifically is going to be my main ranging weapon. I'd prefer to get a crossbow, to be honest with you, but bolts are hard to come by. They really are. It's much more convenient to go with a short bow or sighted longbow. A sighted longbow is usually pretty good, but speaking of which, you can get a psychic? Dude, a psychic longbow would be fucking cool. Oh, sorry, I just swore. I'm trying to like keep the swearing down because of this video I saw from Halloween, but I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna go into that now. Okay. Getting too off topic. Anyway, I repeat the same events here, and I'm just like, hey, drop your crap, get out, and I obviously explore the dialogue options. This is where they do the whole like reveal of who they are thing and where they come from. That's about it. I think that's it. Save for like a rather interesting, kind of a shocker ending. Well, a shocker ending to the third battle, or battle quotation marks, because I won't spoil it just yet, but still, you'll see it in a minute. And what's worse is I've gotten on a random tangent, and then I'm unable to get back onto it on my previous track. But right, sighted longbows and dungeoneering, right? Because dungeoneering's kind of cool. If you want to see me going through a dungeon, do please leave a comment about that. And I'd like to know whether you'd like to see sort of a... What's the word I'm looking for? Actually, I would ask if I should do this with my friends and do like sort of the Skype thing and keep it in a separate playlist, but yeah, I suppose I'll leave the dungeoneering videos and shenanigans in Skype. That should be about it. Oh yeah, also well, oh, great, I hate it when I do this to myself. Anyway, on to topic. With this update, they have released... Well, with that update, because it's past tense, they released the wind gust, or... I think it's like gust. All it takes is 2 air runes to cast, and what's her name's staff there basically acts as a staff of air, only it's not valuable, and kinda sucks. Yeah, that's really all you have. I'm overusing the "yeah" term. Anyway, basically they try and take you through the combat triangle with this, because when you first fight Kale, I'm gonna just call him that. Wait, no, I've been calling him Kale, so yeah, what should it matter? Anyway, with the first fight with Kale, you start off with melee because that's really the only thing you have, your fists. The second fight, you use the Kale's sling to fight off what's her name, which I've already forgotten. Yeah, I do that at times. Just ask any one of my friends. Again, except Xenix. Just ask either Greystorm 100 or Riverthorn 1, Mr. Riverthorn 1. Sorry, but with this, they're wanting you to fight Reese here using magic, because the thing about the combat triangle is it's melee is good against range, but is bad against mage. Mage is strong against melee and weak against range, and ranged is strong against mage but weak against melee. However, that only ever really works in dungeoneering, because they are extreme sticklers about that in dungeoneering. Because you cannot mix and match armor, you really can't, without it debuffing you, basically. You will lose a lot of the bonuses you could get, but they're basically saying, hey, pick a class and stick with it. Oh, yeah! Which reminds me, this dude killed himself, by the way, which completed the Blood Pact. His whole purpose was to sacrifice her, so they could get down in the Necromancer's chamber and basically control his creatures. That's the only reason they wanted to go down there in the first place. And back on to my original subject. I swear I get too distracted in this, but anyway, with dungeoneering, it's pretty much just the entirety of the combat triangle. You cannot mix and match, unlike in the overworld, as I'm going to start calling it, just Guylenor, I think, just basic. Because in regular RuneScape, you can mix like dragon hide and a melee weapon and get away with it. In dungeoneering, you can't. You cannot at all. Also, given that there's no dragon hide. But that's beside the point. Anyway, it's the last 3 minutes or so. So, it's basically revealed through the dialogue that I ask. It's that Xenia, Xenia, that's it. What was I thinking? Zenthia. Strange. Anyway, that Xenia here was not actually wounded. And basically I go through both the options of you risked this woman's life for a test, and you risked my life for a test, blah 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 blah. It's basically going to be revealed that she's important, you're important, 3 other people are important, and that's about it. Because they're just now starting to try. At this point, they were trying to give RuneScape like a storyline, give you a reason for being there, instead of just, dump you out here, do whatever you want. It's just like, hey, this is important, things rest on your shoulders, etc. And it kind of works, kind of doesn't, given that they've got like a late start. I mean, too much freeform is a bad thing, but too little freeform is also a bad thing, in my opinion. But depends entirely on context, though. Anyway, we have completed our first quest, the Blood Pact, and received all 3 weapons, which would be the staff, whatever that name is, Kale's sling, and Reese's sword. We also get a free level up in a majority of the combat stats, enough XP to level up in those. Strength doesn't give us prayer, though. Kind of sucks, but hey, can't really complain. And our first 2 quest points. So, this has been the first quest of the Quest-Through, and this is the second part. Well, I'm reiterating only because I can, and I'm awkward like that. Seriously, just ask. I'm a fairly awkward person in a way. Yeah, I should take some time to talk about the skills. Attack just is your frequency of how many times you can hit. Strength is how much damage you do when you hit. Defense is your resistance to getting hit. Ranged is, well, obviously your proficiency with ranged weapons and your ability to use them. And mage, just your spellbook, basically. That's it. And so that should be that. Hope you've enjoyed this. Mostly the commentary, or if you wanted a walkthrough. It's still a fairly simple quest. I don't see why you'd need one. But yeah, thanks for watching. Again, do please direct me to some good recording software that's relatively cheap. I can only get my worker's permit in March. So yeah, thanks for watching. And I don't know what's up with this cut here. Might have paused the recording. Heck if I know. Anyway, thanks. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.